For over a decade, it's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, with all the scores, highlights, and commentary from our team of experts around the state. From the mountains to the Gulf Coast, nobody covers high school football like we do. Presented by the Alabama Community College System, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. Now, let's talk football. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show from the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome into the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. It's JJ and Andy with you. Again this week as we get ready for a great night of high school football. Lots of big region matchups. Matchups that are going to decide for some teams who gets home field, for some teams who clings on to that fourth playoff spot. It's getting tight out there.
Oh, yeah, this is an exciting time of year. I mean, jockeying for position.
That's right.
To play on.
And everybody, lots of good games, too. New number one in 4A gets a pretty good test tonight. We'll see if they were able to pass that coming off of the big win last week. That's one of the games we were watching for sure. An interesting potential upset in 7A, which we'll talk about in a little while, too. We'll see if they were able to pull that one off. But big matchups really around the state, all different classifications, fighting for those playoff spots, just 4 available in those regions. And so, as we watch those wind down, people start to get excited. You start thinking, okay, if we get a 1 or a 2, how far can we go? Is there a 3 or a 4 that we think can advance a few rounds? Maybe come out and surprise somebody. So it really kind of, once you get in the playoffs, it's going to depend on the strength of your region.
Yeah, and I mean, always you want to play, you get that first round home playoff game. That's a big deal in high school football. Your fans, I mean, talking about you may have to travel a long way. So to be at home that first time, that comfortability, to have that home fans in attendance, that's a big deal.
We'll have our team of guests on tonight. We'll talk about it. We're going to turn the spotlight on a big 7A contest, a big 1A contest, some 5A stuff as well. So we're going to get to all of that tonight. Excuse me, on the Southeastern Land Group hotline, where all of our guests will come to you and tell you kind of what happened over the course of the night. I was interested in the new 4A number 1 St. Michael Catholic. They get the big win on the road at Jackson last week. Mm-hmm. And even though it was a 1-2 matchup, I think whether you consider it a small upset or a little bigger upset, it would be an upset. Most people did not think that Jackson would lose a 4A game. But St. Michael pulled it off on the road at Jackson last week. And then tonight play Mobile Christian, and we're getting tested. The last I saw, they were up 10 with about 7.5 left. Had just scored to go up 10 with about 7.5 left. So St. Michael Catholic, sometimes you win that big one, and then the next one maybe a little bit of an emotional letdown.
Always tends to happen. I mean, that's why the best of the best are the ones that can remain consistent. But I don't know. I mean, hard to be upset if you're a little down after such a big win.
Those good old-fashioned trap games, as they like to call them,
right?
Always got to watch out for the trap games. We're going to bring you the scores, too, and we're going to get to that right now. It's our first scores on the 4s of the night, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We'll start in Class 7A, where Florence defeated Grissom 43-0. Vestavia Hills over Oak Mountain 41-0. Hoover over Tuscaloosa County 51-7. More Thursday games in Class 6A. Baldwin County 56, Murphy 0. May Jemison 12, Decatur 7. Hazel Green 48, Lee 15. Jackson Olin 20, Woodlawn 18. Mountain Brook 39, Pinson Valley 35, and a shootout there. Wetumpka 34, Percy Julian 20. In Class 5A, LaFleur defeats Alberta 20-8. And in our AHSAA TV network, Alabama Public TV WOTM Game of the Week, Madison County defeated Westminster Christian 27-0. Andy, take it from there.
Last night in 4A, Madison Academy defeated New Hope 33-10. Jackson was over Orange Beach 41-0 in Class 3A. Holly Pond defeated Asbury 42-0. Greensboro over Wilcox Central 46 56-12. Randolph County defeated B.B. Comer. 56-12. Trinity Presbyterian over Northside Methodist, 49-13. In Class 2A, Coosa Christian defeated Cold Springs 41-8, and Tanner over Decatur Heritage 46-29.
And Scores on the Fours is brought to you all season long by the Alabama National Guard. We're proud to have you men and women helping support the program here, and we appreciate all the great work that you guys do. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to get you to Ben Thomas and our Inside the AHSAA segment brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation. We'll take a look at some games tonight and some other things that went on last week, too. Ben Thomas is next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. Outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies, no matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
No, wrong! Bring it in, guys! Take a knee! Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt? Coke Zero! Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
Hey Tiger Nation, it's Coach Etheridge here, reminding you to buckle up on your way home after the game tonight, and every time you get in a car. Seatbelts save lives, so buckle up every time, no exceptions. We want to keep the Tiger Nation strong.
This has been a message from the Alabama Department of Transportation with Drive Safe Alabama, reminding everyone to always buckle up to and from the games and don't text and drive.
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
This week's AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show Player of the Week is St. Michael Catholic High School junior quarterback Gunnar Rivers. In last week's 49-39 victory over Jackson in Class 4A Region 1, Rivers was spectacular, finishing 25 of 37 for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Cardinals beat Jackson for the first time in the young program's history. St. Michael is 21-4 over its last 25 games, with 3 of the 4 losses coming by Jackson. Congratulations, Gunnar Rivers of St. Michael Catholic. This week's AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show Player of the Week, brought to you by the Alabama Community College System. And it's time now for our Inside the AHSAA segment with Ben Thomas, who writes about high school sports at AL.com. And it's brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation. Ben, hope you're doing well today.
Doing great, JJ. Hope you're doing well.
Very good. Hey, last week, I want to start there because we had just a tremendous football game with St. Michael knocking off Jackson on the road. And even though it was a 1-2 game, I think it would have to go down as a pretty big upset.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I think people were wondering if Jackson could be beat by somebody, in their classification. I mean, the only game they have lost up to that point in the last 2 years was against Saraland, the Class 6A team. They lost the opener to them both years, and both very close games. So people were wondering, could that happen? And St. Michael went up there and got the job done, got a big lead at first. They're up 28-7, and you thought, all right, they're going to run away with it. And then, here comes Jackson. They cut it to 28-26. They never could get over that hump, but it was also St. Michael never could really put them away either. So it was just kind of back and forth after that. I mean, we saw a duel between two guys that'll be up for 4A Back of the Year and Mr. Football probably. E.J. Crowell, the fantastic running back at Jackson, the Alabama commit. We have him rated number 1 as our top recruit in the state in any classification, ran for 341 yards and 2 touchdowns for Jackson. And Gunnar Rivers, the junior quarterback, son of longtime NFL quarterback Phillip Rivers, threw 5 touchdown passes. And so they are who we thought they are, so to speak.
Yeah.
And St. Michael comes away with the win. They became number 1 for the first time in school history earlier this week, and they got a tough game tonight. I mean, they play Mobile Christian tonight, and Mobile Christian's 5-1 coming into the game, and their only loss is to Jackson. So, fantastic game, and one that probably we saw twice last year, St. Michael and Jackson, and we're liable to see it twice again this year. And probably this year it'll be in Fairhope if we get to see that rematch.
Well, it's about as good as it gets just in terms of watching Alabama high school football, and I watched that whole game last week. It was just outstanding. I hope we get some more games like that this week as we head into the kind of the tail end of region play, right?
That's right. Yeah, we're jockeying. So we're jockeying now for the final playoff spots for playoff positioning. And, across the board. I mean, there's some big games tonight. Like I said, that St. Michael Mobile Christian game is a big game. Mary G. Montgomery at Fairhope is a big game in 7A Region 1. And so there are plenty of big games around the state. And, as we count down the week, we'll be talking about the playoff matchups here in a couple of weeks. And it just goes really fast. And every game now is magnified because we're, into what we call it at AL.com week 8 of the season. AHSAA calls it week 7 because they count week 0. So either way, every game is important now if you're trying to make a run at the playoffs.
Well, we'll be following along all night tonight at AL.com for Football High Live. Ben Thomas with us. Ben, thank you so much for the time. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, JJ, you do the same. Appreciate it.
And that's Inside the AHSAA for this week, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, who reminds you to drive safe and buckle up, Alabama. Thanks again to Ben for joining us. And I mentioned may have an upset brewing in 7A and an upset happen in 7A. How about a big win for Bobby Carr, new head coach of the Prattville Lions?
Definitely.
As he knocks off the number 4 Hewitt-Trussville team tonight, 24-21. More importantly, it puts them now in a 4-way tie for the number 2 playoff spot in 7A Region 3 behind Thompson. That's the good news. The bad news is if you're Prattville, you still got to play Thompson and Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. So, it never stops in that region. There's always a challenge ahead.
Poor old Hewitt-Trussville was thinking, weren't we number 1 a couple of weeks ago?
A couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Just that quick.
Yeah, the Prattville Lions get it done tonight. We'll run that down right now because it's time for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We'll start with the 7A scoreboard, Andy.
Number 1, Central Phoenix City, all over number 7, Carver Montgomery, 58-36. Number 2, Thompson defeats Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, 56-10. Number 3, Mary Montgomery over Fairhope, 28-21. Number 4, as we just mentioned, Hewitt-Trussville goes down to Prattville tonight, 24-21. Number 5, Opelika takes it on the chin from Enterprise, 42-20.
How about that score?
A little bit of a surprise there. Number 6, Vestavia Hills over Oak Mountain, 41-0. Number 7, Carver Montgomery. We just mentioned that. Number 8, Auburn 38, Smith Station 0. Number 9, Daphne 39, Alma Bryant 0. Number 10, Hoover over Tuscaloosa County, 51-7.
Down in Mobile, Baker gets a 41-9 win over Foley. It's the battle of the Scott brothers as head coaches down there. And Dothan defeats JAG 56-24. Florence gets a big shutout win over Grissom, 43-0. Huntsville shuts out Albertville, 34-0. And James Clemens defeats Sparkman, 31-24. That is Scores on the Fours. It is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we'll start zeroing in on some of these big region matchups. We'll go up north for this next one with Rich Jesse of WKUL in Coleman. That's next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books. All at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, where you're part of our family.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is excited to participate in our annual Catch Me in Pink campaign, raising money for cutting-edge breast cancer research. We partnered locally with the Joy to Life Foundation and Vera Bradley to help raise significant funds in support of the cause. Each week, we are giving away prizes locally in addition to our national grand prize, a tropical trip for two. To enter, simply snap an USSI of you and a pink-clad Dixie employee and enter it on our website. Dixie will donate money for every photo that's submitted, and you will be entered to win big.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome into the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show as we go now to the Southeastern Land Group Hotline. And we're going to head up to North Alabama and talk to Rich Jesse, WKUL in Coleman, where he had West Point tonight fighting for that last playoff spot in 5A Region 7, going on the road to East Limestone. West Point gets the win 14-6. And, Rich, I'm guessing from the temperature down here in Central Alabama that up there you might have had long sleeve night out on the field.
Well, it could have been that way. We were commenting after the game. It might be the night that somebody wanted a jacket, kickoff time. 66 degrees and just really a beautiful night for football, but it took a while for the boys to get started tonight. Went scoreless until the fourth quarter when West Point finally went up 7-0. So had a hard time getting the wheels going tonight.
What seemed to be the issue? What took them so long to get going? Better defense or lack of offensive firepower?
My apologies. There was really a lot of defense and a lot of mistakes. They had West Point starting a sophomore quarterback. They had to start a backup, and Max Patterson, who really did a great job as the game went along, but, adjusting to the game speed or whatever it may be, and they made lots of mistakes. Same goes for East Limestone. I believe they were starting a young man who normally plays fullback at quarterback. So these offenses had trouble getting things going, and as I said, scoreless in the fourth quarter. You've got West Point sets himself up off a high snap. They end up getting the football deep in East Limestone territory, ends up getting a touchdown on the board, get another to go up 14-0. And just when you think the game's probably over,
Rich, did we lose him?
I think we lost it.
You there?
Yeah, there he is. We lost you for a second, Rich.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
That's okay. You were just saying that right there, when you thought it was looking kind of grim, but they sort of fought back and got the win.
Hapless night offensive for East Limestone, and they managed to poke it through to come in within a possession, then get the ball back with a minute left, and West Point gets to seal it there at home as Bryant Moon grabs an interception on their own 20 to seal it. But East Limestone still had a chance to tie that game within the final minute. And, it wasn't the prettiest game you'd ever see, but those guys fought hard for the guys at the helm. And I don't think either team had their main quarterback at the helm, and their teammates helped pull it through. And those two teams fought hard. It was a really fun game to watch despite the score being, low scoring.
Sure. Well, and I'm wondering as you watch West Point, there's something about those tight situations when you're clawing with your fingernails for that, trying to scratch your way into the playoffs here towards the end of the season. Did you sense any of that? I don't want to say desperation, but, just a real fighting spirit to try to grab that spot?
Oh, absolutely. There was grittiness there. And hats off, though, again, to both teams because they both just really dug deep trying to keep the other. I mean, you got a team in East Limestone. They're winless in the region. And West Point, who didn't start out so great themselves, but they're playing better down the stretch. And now you've got the hurdle of your starting quarterback breaking his arm. And, they're really coming together, and I was really impressed with what West Point has been able to do to stay there in playoff contention. The road ahead's hard. They've still got Russellville. Then they get Ardmore, which is an attainable game for them. But, that Russellville matchup's going to be tough.
Yeah, no doubt. Rich Jesse is with us, WKUL in Coleman, West Point 14, East Limestone 6, West Point hanging on there in that playoff race in 5A Region 7. Rich, thank you so much for the coverage.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for what you do. Have a great night.
All right. And again, it's fun, like late in the season, to watch teams who maybe got off to a slow starter, who've had some injury problems, and they're just get us in. We could just get in. We got a shot.
It's not often that you hear a guy that was playing fullback is now playing quarterback.
Yes.
But this is high school football in Alabama.
That's what it is. Let's get to scores on the fours now, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Why don't you take us through the 6A top 10?
Number 1, Clay Chalkville defeats Huffman 56-6. Number 2, Saraland over St. Paul's 42-10. Number 3, Muscle Shoals defeated Jasper 34-15. Number 4, Hartselle over Athens 28-14. Number 5, Parker defeats Minor tonight 70-20. Number 6, Benjamin Russell had the week off. Number 7, Russell County had the week off as well. Number 8, Pike Road over Stanhope Elmore 37-0. Number 9, Spain Park over Chelsea 44-7. And number 10, Homewood took the week off.
Some other 6A scores now as Gulf Shores defeats Spanish Fort 24-14. It was Rehoboth over Park Crossing 22-3. Calera over Chilton County 41-16. Helena gets a big win over Pelham 21-20. McAdory over Hueytown over McAdory 43-38. It was Northridge over Paul Bryant 35-10. Gardendale is defeated by Mortimer Jordan 35-28. It was Mountain Brook over Pinson Valley 39-35. Pell City over Shades Valley 21-14. Coleman over Columbia 39-0. Buckhorn over Southside 14-8. Fort Payne over Gadsden City 30-17. And Hazel Green over Lee Huntsville 48-15. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we're going to dive on into the 7A classification and check in on the number one team in the state again. They were there, then they weren't there, and then they're back there now. So we'll do that next on the AHSAA Radio Network. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines.
Why?
So they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges. Alabama's largest training network.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we go back now to the Southeastern Land Group hotline. We're going to talk to Jason Sasser. He is the play-by-play voice for Central Phoenix City on their NFHS network. Jason, Central tonight, 58-36 over a pretty good number 7 ranked Carver Montgomery team. A lot of points scored in this game. Was it back and forth from the start? Jason? Hey, Jason. I know he's on with us. Hey, Jason. Yes, sir. Hey, set up. So 58-36, a lot of points scored. Was it an up and down affair from the start?
It was a lot of offense is what it was until
Tony Hatmaker's our defensive coordinator. He's real good at making in-game adjustments, and he was able to dial it in on their offense and kind of put them at bay. We had four. Lee turned it over four. I said Lee. Sorry. Carver turned it over 4 times tonight, I think. I don't care how good you are, you can't turn it over 4 times and expect to win.
Well, obviously, this offense has put up big numbers in practically every game that they've played except the IMG. Was that just a matter of the caliber of athlete, or did they do something that's particular that slowed the offense down?
We're on the road, and I only heard part of what you said. You're talking about.
Well, just talk about the offense in general, Jason. What are you seeing from this Central offense?
Well, I remember maybe the first time you guys had me on this year, you were asking about our quarterback and did he belong in the conversation of the elite quarterbacks in high school football, and my answer at that time was I don't think he's going to give you any choice but to include him in that conversation, and the young man's gotten better and better week after week. And our running back had a really good game tonight, Jayshon Woodhouse. He had over 100 rushing yards in the first half. He had over 150 in the third quarter. So,
wow.
It's just the offensive line is really kind of the unsung hero on that offense this year. We've got a lot of depth there, and they've really been playing together well as a unit.
And how does the schedule set up going forward? Who do you guys finish with?
We got 2 regular season games left. And they're both at home. So we've got Opelika coming to us next Friday. That's our longest running rivalry. And then we got Jag at home to close it out. So we like our position, and we were talking, I don't know, doing the math and all, we may have secured the first seed tonight. I don't know, with Opelika going down, and we got wins over Carver and Auburn now, but we like where we are. We just hope to keep playing Red Devil football and improving each week.
No doubt. Jason Sasser is with us, play-by-play voice for the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. Jason, y'all be careful headed back to Phoenix City, and have a great weekend.
I appreciate it, y'all. Go Devils.
All right. Yeah, that Carver team's pretty good, but as Jason said, I don't care how good you are, you turn it over 4 times, especially turn it over 4 times against Central Phoenix City, and they're going to hang a lot of points on you.
Yeah, clearly. I was trying to ask him. I mean, they put up almost 60 in pretty much, in I think 5 out of the 6 wins that they've got. So I mean, now 7. So it's a juggernaut.
Yeah, I mean, and again, when you look at 7A and you go, all right, who's coming out of the South not named Central Phoenix City? Who's coming out of the North not named Thompson? You know what I mean? And it's tough to get there. Now, you can get there. It can happen. But it's going to be a tough one because those 2 teams are they're pretty special.
They're the reason they played about 5 or 6, 7 times now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thanks again to Jason. All of our guests come to us on the Southeastern Land Group hotline. Whether you're buying or selling rural land in the South, the Southeastern Land Group is the place to start. You can visit selandgroup.com for more information. When we come back, we'll head down south in Alabama and check in on Andalusia Eufaula, a good old rivalry game there and a big region matchup too. That's coming up next on the AHSAA Radio Network, so stick around for that. Right now, it is time to get into another Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Andy, why don't you take us through the top 10 in 5A?
Number 1, Viger over Faith Academy tonight, 47-0. Number 2, Williamson defeats UMS Wright, 40-10.
By the way, the 10 points by UMS tonight is the most points that Williamson's given up all year.
Yeah, they had gone about a 3-game where they had shut out. And
coming into this game, they had only given up 15 points on the season.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
And they scored 100 the other night, a couple weeks ago, too. So it's not just defense. Number 3, Moody, pretty good game tonight, over Leeds, 25-22. Number 4, Fairview defeats number 10, Priceville, 28-9. Number 5, Gunnersville goes down to Scottsboro tonight, 31-27. 13. Number 6, Central Clay over Holtville, 42-0. Number 7, Northside defeats Jemison, 49-25. Number 8, St. Clair County over Springville, 42-21. Number 9, Corner, still looking for a score with them in Hayden. Number 10, Priceville, as I mentioned, number 9 goes down tonight to number 4, Fairview, 28-9.
Some other 5A games where it was Boaz over Brewer, 23-19. It was Citronelle over BC Rain, 24-21. LaFleur defeats Alberta, 20-8. Andalusia does defeat Eufaula, and we'll talk about that in a little more detail shortly. 42-10 there. Carroll over Greenville, 29-12. It was Shelby County over Montevallo, 50-21. Valley over Elmore County, 20-17. Sylacauga over Marbury, 36-35. Carver Birmingham over Winona, 16-14. Briarwood Christian over John Carroll, 23-7. Jacksonville over Lincoln, 34-24. And Ardmore over Lawrence County, 55-23. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Brian Weiss with Weiss Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Weiss Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Weiss Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Weiss Motors.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we bounce around the state on the Southeastern Land Group hotline, zeroing in on some of these big region contests going on tonight. This one taking place down in a little further south in Alabama this time as Andalusia and Eufaula get together. Both teams undefeated in region play in 5A Region 2. Andalusia goes on the road, gets the big win 42-10 over Eufaula. And Brian Capps joins us now from WAAO in Andalusia, where he covered that game. Brian, big performance by the Bulldogs to go on the road and get that win.
Yeah, it really was, guys. Coming in, we knew how tough Eufaula was, and coming over here, making about a 2-hour drive to play them, and really didn't know what to expect, and but it was just a great defensive performance by Andalusia. 4 touchdowns scored by the defense tonight.
Wow. There's got to be some more explanation about that. We talking about returning fumbles,
sure.
pick six?
Well, so Eufaula actually drove down and scored and went up 7-0, and was really running the football, and the next possession that they had, they were facing a 3rd down and 9, and quarterback scrambled, and Andalusia's Carter Lowry stepped in front of the pass and took it back for about 55 yards or so for a touchdown. And then the next possession, it was actually 3rd down and 9 again. And this time it was a little quick out pass to a receiver who initially caught it, but he lost control of it, and it flipped up in the air. Well, Andalusia's Mello Hill caught that and returned it back. So it was a 14-7 Andalusia lead at half, and no offensive touchdowns for Andalusia. It was all defense. And coming out, it was kind of a slugfest, if you will, right out of halftime. But Eufaula put a good drive in and kicked about a 30-yard field goal. It made it 14-10. And then the next possession, Andalusia got the ball, and quarterback Noah Curry, who really ran the football well tonight for Andalusia. We haven't seen that as much, this season, but he did a great job. He threw a deep pass to Jordan Skanes, who took it to the house, and that kind of broke the waters, if you will. The next possession, it was another pick six, and then we picked up a fumble right close to the end and took it in. So 28 points on the defensive side tonight.
And like I said, just a big-time performance going on the road there. And the schedule coming up, I mean, you still got to face Carroll, still got to face Montgomery Catholic. How does that look moving forward?
You're right. Tonight was just a huge kind of a marker, if you will, a win that we needed to kind of put our foot in first place, if you will. Carroll next week at home. Then we have Catholic. You're right. And, if Andalusia can win that game, they'll win the region. We haven't won a region since 2017, so it would be a huge, accomplishment for Coach Taylor's team to win this region here. But still, you got 2 games ahead of you, and that Catholic game's in Montgomery, and that should be a good one.
Andalusia's been coming off a couple of years. We've talked about it with you guys over the last couple of years of young teams and sort of building this and building that. Where is this team just in terms of the roster, and what are they at this point?
Sure. There's a good mix of older players, quarterback, 2 running backs are all seniors. Defensive side, though, is kind of a good mix, and that's where really some key players, the secondary, which really showed well tonight. We have Neelix Farrell, who will just go out and tackle anybody that plays safety, and he's a senior. And then we have a sophomore who plays defensive back, and he knocked down a couple passes tonight that Eufaula was throwing deep. So it's really, really a good mix, and which makes it a good year.
Brian Capps with us, WAAO in Andalusia, where the Bulldogs go to Eufaula, get the win 42-10, big region win. Thank you, Brian, for the time.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
All right. Huge win for Andalusia. Kind of quietly, Andalusia's 6-2. Their only losses were to Pace out of Florida, big school, and 7A Enterprise. That's only 2 losses. So keep that in mind as we enter playoff times and you start talking about teams that could maybe make a little noise that you don't see in those rankings. Scores on the 4 is time now, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Let's go to the 4A top 10, Andy.
Number 1, St. Michael's able to hold on against Mobile Christian, 46-37. Number 2, Jackson defeats Orange Beach 41-0. Number 3, West Morgan over Danville 59-7. That was in the 4th, but we think that's pretty well in hand. Number 4, Anniston defeats Etowah 48-7. Number 5, Good Hope falls to number 10, Hamilton, 28-21. Number 6, Madison Academy defeats New Hope, 33-10. Number 7, Cherokee County over Hope's Bluff, 24-10. Number 8, Plainview defeats North Jackson, 35-24. Number 9, Deschler over Brooks, 27-13.
Some other 4A scores now. W.S. Neal over Escambia County, 51-6. Ashford over New Brockton, 16-6. Dale County over Daleville, 28-6. Opp over Geneva, 42-21. It was Pike County over Strawn, 34-28. Booker T. Washington over Munford, 42-0. St. James over Cleburne County, 14-7. Bullitt County over Talladega, 35-7. It was Hanley over Tallahassee, 45-14. American Christian defeats Tarrant, 41-13. Cordova loses to Dora, 34-33. Great game there. Fayette County over Curry, 67-16. And Fultondale over Haleyville, 26-21. Scores on the 4s. Brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we'll go even further south, all the way to Mobile, on the AHSAA Radio Network.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When driving, change lanes, not lives. Careful. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Take home your AHSAA officially licensed merchandise today. Just click ahsaa.teamip.com and shop for event t-shirts, sweatshirts, tie-dye designs, or add your name to get your gear personalized. Team fans can get an official state championship apparel at our official online store. You pick it, we'll make it with our digital-to-garment technology, hot off the press and sent straight to you. Or at your next championship game, check out Team IP's booth. Visit ahsaa.teamip.com.
When driving, check your mirrors, not your Tinder. Hey, no. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. Your date can wait.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines
Why?
so they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we roll through the state tonight, taking a look at some of the big region games going on around the state. And for this one, we are going to head even further south than the last one. We're going to go all the way down to the Mobile area. Talk to Corey LeBounty, MCPSS-TV, where 5A number 2 Williamson takes on UMS Wright. Williamson 4-0, UMS 3-1 in 5A Region 1. And Williamson gets the big win 40-10. Corey, how you doing?
I'm outstanding, JJ. Always a pleasure to get a chance to join you guys
each Friday that you have me down here along the Gulf Coast. But it was a big win for the number 2 ranked Williamson Lions in 5A, as they were able to win 40-10 over the UMS Wright Bulldogs. And I don't think I've seen this since I've been broadcasting with the Mobile County Public School System Network. 35 points off of 6 UMS Wright turnovers is what the Williamson Lions were able to produce tonight. And this defense had only been giving up 2.3 points per game and averaged 60.8 points per game coming into this contest. But 40-10 winners were the Williamson Lions.
Were these takeaways or giveaways, would you say?
Combination of both. The first opening possession for UMS resulted on the second play of the game. It was a takeaway. They just can opener, ripped the ball away, created a turnover, and then the offense was able to score a couple of plays later. Second possession, you had an interception, and a couple of offensive plays later, Williamson scores again. And before we hit the 8-minute mark in the first quarter, it's already 14-0 Williamson Lions. And, you know, they have a new stadium here in Maysville. It's called the Jungle. And I know a few weeks ago I talked to you guys and said this is the best high school defense, 1 through 11, that I have ever seen. And it's evident as the Power 4 offers continue to roll into these guys. But they had interceptions. They had fumble recoveries. The defense really did it all, and the offense wasn't too shabby at all. And thank you to David Parker and the Alabama Football Historical Society. In this nugget right here, Williamson is 36-0 since 2000 when scoring 40 or more points.
Yeah, that it helps when the other team can't score at all. I'll say that. Listen, I don't want to fast forward past UMS Wright too much, but this does set up a 1 versus 2 coming up next week, which I think is the most intriguing matchup in the entire state. Viger, number 1, Williamson, number 2. I mean, these are 2 incredibly talented teams. That game down there is just going to be massive next week.
It will, and it's being played at historic Lad People Stadium because Williamson's new stadium, which is right across the railroad tracks here in Mobile, Alabama, it's a rock throw away from the Jungle, which is Williamson's new stadium, and there will be 18,000, I think, in attendance for this game next week as you have the Pritchard community and the Maysville community battling one another on social media this whole week. But it's going to be decided in between the 4 lines and the 110 yards that are marked off. And, you know, you have 2 great teams. Viger had a shutout tonight. Williamson with the big win over UMS Wright. And, you know, both teams aren't 100% healthy, but both teams know what's at stake next week. 1 versus 2. You don't see that often in any classification throughout the year in the entire state of Alabama, but we're going to have it here next week.
Will there be fish sandwiches sold outside?
Absolutely.
All right.
Food trucks galore.
Now that's what I'm talking about. The best fish sandwich I ever had in my life, I had outside Land People Stadium.
Yes, it'll be food trucks galore and plenty of concession stand food for some fantastic Friday night fall football.
One year, I'm gonna let them take. I'm gonna get them to let me take this show on the road, and we're gonna go down there and watch a game.
Hey, come on down. You guys are welcome in the Jungle at Lad People Stadium, and I guarantee they'll have the ribs, the fish, and they'll throw it and set it out for you guys if you come down here from a tailgate standpoint.
Corey LeBounty with us, MCPS TV, where tonight, again, Williamson continues their dominance over their schedule with a 40-10 win over UMS Wright. Corey, thank you for the time, man. Have a great weekend.
Always a pleasure. You guys do the same.
All right. 18,000 people at Lab Peoples for that game next week. It is going to be, I mean, Viger and Williamson are going to send a lot of people to a lot of Power 4 schools over the next couple of years. That's a game that if you can get a look in on it, get a look.
Imagine there'll be some people, some coaches there.
I will guarantee. Yeah. Let's get into scores on the 4s. Brought to you by the Alabama National Guard into 3A. Andy.
Number 1, Mars Hill over Elkmont, 56-7. Number 2, Piedmont defeats J.B. Pennington, 51-0. Number 3, Gordo falls tonight to Vinemont, 22-19. Number 4, Fife over Whitesburg Christian, 62-21. Number 5, Southside Selma defeats Sumter Central, 66-0. Number 6, Geraldine over Brindley Mountain 63-0. Number 7, Cottage Hill falls to number 8, Bayside Academy 25-7. Number 9, Montgomery Academy defeats Slocum 52-0, and number 10, T.R. Miller over Excel 21-14.
Other 3A scores: Hillcrest Evergreen over Monroe County 28-18. Houston Academy over Prattville Christian 21-13. It was Wicksburg over Alabama Christian 28-23. Hale County over Thomasville 42-35. Thorsby over Dallas County 54-8. Randolph County over BB Comer 56-12. Beulah defeats Childersburg tonight. The final there 40-22. It was Glenwood over Dadeville 50-22. Phil Campbell over Carbon Hill 56-12. Winfield over Oakman 32-10. Glencoe defeats Sachs 46-6. Walter Wellborn over Ohatchee 40-22. Weaver over Locust Fork 36-34. Colbert County over Clemens 62-22. Rogers over Colburn Heights 56-28. Lauderdale County over Sheffield 62-0. And Collinsville over Sylvania 28-26. We'll take a look back at last night's game of the week coming up next.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Looking for reliable medical equipment close to home? Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical in Sylacauga has you covered with oxygen, CPAPs and BPAPs, continuous glucose monitors, wound care, and airway therapy. Need mobility support? We offer braces, lift chairs, and both manual and motorized wheelchairs available for rent or purchase. We'll even show you how to use your equipment, and yes, we accept most insurances. Serving the Sylacauga area for over 20 years, that's Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort Williams. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Call 256-245-1411 today.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindawa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, as we're joined now by Mickey Shadrack's play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV network, Alabama Public Television, WOTM TV Game of the Week. And Mickey, a little North Alabama action last night. Madison County 27, Westminster Christian 0. So Madison County flexing a little bit.
Yeah, a big game for both those teams. The big story was the region ramifications of the game, because both of those teams were kind of in the mix for that 4 seed, because it does appear the top 3 are settled in some form or fashion between Plainview, Madison Academy, and North Jackson. But that 4 seed is kind of sitting there, and Randolph in the picture, and then the 2 teams we had last night. So we knew the winner of the game would have an opportunity to get in the playoffs, especially considering Madison County's schedule is much better than Westminster's. And, of course, with Madison County winning, they now play Randolph, and I believe that the winner of that game is going to be able to get in.
All right, Madison County, we saw what they were able to do last night with Westminster Christian. Let's play a game where we assume that they get past Randolph and do make the playoffs. Is this a team that can advance once they get there? Because this is a pretty talented group.
Well, you think about it, when you're trying to get in the playoffs in that 4th spot in a region as tough as this Region 8 is, because, those 3 teams I just mentioned up until last week have been in the top 10 all season, so a very, very strong region. But if you get in at number 4, all you're doing is earning the right to play the winner of the region in the first round of the playoffs, and or Region 1 winner. So it's a tough road if you get in. But obviously that's your goal. Every team wants to get in the playoffs. And last night's game, even though the score looks a little one-sided, it was really a much closer game than that. Westminster Christian had an opportunity to score 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and wound up didn't score any points. And once Madison County got control of the game, they didn't let go of that control and went on to shut them out for first shutout of the year for Westminster.
So as far as Madison County goes, what is the straw that stirs the drink there? Is this a defensive team, an offensive team? What are they?
They are a strong running game, and they one of the things that's hurt them the last few weeks is they've been without their key running back, Keontae Hill, who's 5'11", 230 pounds.
Wow.
And they got him back last night, and he played. He got the bulk of the snaps at running back, so he's kind of back in that feature running back role, even though they've got some other players that can play running back, and they some of those kids played well last night. But Madison County is going to go as far as Keontae Hill can carry them. So if he can continue to get healthy, he gives them an opportunity against anybody because he's such a big, strong, physical back. So they're pretty much a downhill running team. They lost their quarterback earlier in the season against JP2. I think it was in either week 2 or 3. So they've got a freshman starting at quarterback, and he's a left-hander. He can throw the ball, but obviously not much experience when you're in the 9th grade. So they're relying on their running game, maybe a little one-dimensional if they get in the playoffs, but at least they've got a pretty big-time feature back if Keontae Hill can continue to get healthy.
Where's the road going to take you next week, man?
We are down south. We've been as you said, we've been up north the last couple of weeks. Hartsville last week, then Huntsville last night, and then next week we're off to Loa Chipoka. We're going to get a couple of smaller schools in before the end of the regular season, as Ranburn's going to go down and play Loa Chipoka.
It's going to be a fun one. We've got Mickey Shadracks with us, play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV network, Alabama Public Television, WOTM TV. Game of the week. Again, Madison County, big region win over Westminster Christian last night, 27-0. Mickey, thank you for the time, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great. Thank you.
That is our Thursday recap with Mickey Shadracks on the AHSAA Radio Network. Thanks, Mickey. We've kind of given a geography lesson tonight, if you think about it. I mean, we started up in Coleman, and we went from Coleman to Phoenix City, and then from Phoenix City over to Andalusia, then from Andalusia on down to Mobile. And we're back up to North Alabama
Snaking
for
our
Mickey's game. Yeah. And then in just a few minutes, we're going to go down to Leroy. So, it's all over the map tonight.
He told us, he took us to Lochapoka there.
That's right. Just in time for the surf summit, as you said. Let's get into scores on the 4s. It's brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Take us through the 2A, Andy.
Number 1, Luverne over Highland Homes, 61-13. It was number 2, Coosa Christian defeating Cold Springs, 41-8. Number 3, Ariton over Cottonwood. I believe that's 28-27. Wow, what a game. Number 4, Tuscaloosa Academy over Lamar County, 42-20. Number 5, Reeltown defeats Lafayette, 48-0. Number 6, Pisgah over Cedar Bluff, 38-13. Number 7, Pleasant Valley defeats Gaston, 42-8. Number 8, North Sand Mountain over Section, 57-7. Number 9, Lynette defeats Central Coosa, 63-0. And number 10, Vincent over Aliceville, 27-0.
Some other 2A scores for you is Bell Green defeats Pickens Academy 34-12. Clark County over Chickasaw 40-8. JU Blackshear over Washington County 36-13. It was Providence Christian over Abbeville 43-6. Geneva County over Sampson 40-14. GW Long over Houston County 48-8. Goshen defeats Pike Liberal Arts 51-7. Lochapoka, aforementioned,
there you go,
55-7 over Horseshoe Bend. It was Southeastern over Cleveland 52-14. Falkville over Susan Moore, 20-12. West End over Eider, 38-20. And Red Bay over Tharptown, 53-0. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we will talk to Clay Pierce. He was at Leroy and South Choctaw tonight. That's up next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books. All at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, where you're part of our family.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we go back now to the Southeastern Land Group Hotline. We're going to talk to Clay Pierce, who had a big game tonight. Leroy and Southern Choctaw and Smash Hits 94.5. Clay, listen, 28-12, Leroy gets the win. These two teams come in both undefeated in region play. 1A Region 1, I know it probably doesn't clinch it tonight, but it takes a big step towards it.
It does, and like I told you when we were talking when you were on break, it had a playoff atmosphere to it. Now, 20 years ago, both these teams were undefeated, and that's the last time they've both been undefeated at this point. And Southern Choctaw wound up winning that ball game and playing for the state championship against Clay County, which Clay County won. But Coach Borkin was there. He left for a while. He's came back, and he's really got them on the cusp of playing for an area championship. And start the game all weird. Leroy had 3 trips in the red zone and come up empty. And, it was like Leroy's high-potent offense against their defense, and their defense was getting the job done. And then Leroy able to take a 14-0 lead, and then right before half they scored, and but at 14-2, both teams not kicking. Leroy's kicker is hurt, going for 2, and 14-12 at the break. Come out, Southern Choctaw gets the ball first, and then they drive down 2 or 3 times, and with penalties and Leroy's defense, and was able to keep them out. And then Leroy's running back, Jacadian Collins, he's about 6'2", 215. Had to double down with some linebacker as well, and he kind of leaned on him, and he was able to pound the ball. Leroy in 8 games, and 6 of them they took either a kickoff or a punt back to special teams. And tonight they were able to take a kickoff back against the Silas team, the Southern Choctaw team, that's probably as fast as I have ever seen them. And and they had just scored, and then we took that back. So kind of seized the momentum, took it, and just kind of went ground game, and just kind of run out of steam. Got them behind the sticks a little bit, made them throw the ball, which they didn't really like to do. Had a young quarterback, and I think we had 3 picks, dropped 1, had 1 touchdown called back, and but both teams just really laid it on the line, and there's a chance you might can meet them again. You just can't ever tell. Southern Choctaw's got Milry and Sweetwater in order, and Leroy finishes out with Fruitdale at home and then closes out with Milry. So, anything can happen right there, but it looks like if everything goes according the way everybody wants it, it should be Leroy 1 seed, Southern Choctaw 2 seed.
Leroy just kind of cruising along. Do you think they're the class of 1A?
Maplesville's got something to say about that, and they got a bad taste in their mouth, too, from losing last year to Wadley. But,
I was going to say, don't forget about Wadley either. They're still around.
Yeah, of course, they'll be in the north, but McKenzie, I think we match up with that area, Elvin. I think Florella got beat tonight, and they have a good gunslinging quarterback. But, McKenzie's a team that we've been watching a little along on that side. And, some of your traditional teams are just not where they used to be. I don't think Elba's having the year they had and some other teams, but there's other teams that have back in the mix. Brantley is pretty doggone good. And but Leroy, right now, their defense, their offense, and Leroy's quarterback got hurt on about the 3rd series tonight. And, of course, we put a middle linebacker in who early in the year against Thomasville threw for 344 yards.
Wow.
3A Thomasville. So, you don't like to have to do that, but in this case, he's not really listed as the backup quarterback, but he is the backup quarterback, and that's Sawyer Sullivan, and he's also Sawyer was also 1A pitcher of the year, so he's just a gritty kid, the leader of the line, on defense, and but he can come in and actually throws the ball and runs the offense. He runs the 2-point conversion for us. He's a quarterback on that. So, I'm not saying we didn't miss a lick, but it don't hurt to have a guy like him.
No doubt. Clay Pierce with us, Leroy 28, Southern Choctaw 12 in 1A Region 1. Listen, Clay, thank you so much for the time and the coverage, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me. And, hey, anytime I can lend you an ear what happens on this end down here at the state, I'll be glad to.
Thank you, sir. Clay Pierce with us, Smash Hits 94.5. Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Take us into 1A, Andy.
Number 1 Wadley defeats Lee Scott Academy 42 7. Number 2, Maplesville over Billingsley, 42-0. Number 3, Leroy over Southern Choctaw. Number 8, 28-14. Number 4, McKenzie over Kinston, 52-6. Number 5, Winterboro over Woodland, 60-14. Number 6, Hubbartville defeats Brilliant, 66-6. 1 through 6, all undefeated, JJ, in 1A. There, that's some pretty good school. Number 7, Addison defeats Meek, 61-22. Number 8, Southern Choctaw, we mentioned, falls to Leroy. Number 9, Appalachian over Raglan, 34-19. Number 10, Hackleburg over Phillips, 49-6.
Milry over JF Shields, 42-6. Sweetwater over Fruitdale, 46-8. It was Elba over Pleasant Home, 29-0. Georgiana over Red Level, 52-24. RC Hatch over Francis Marion, 10-6. It was University Charter over Choctaw County, 40-0. Notasulga over Elwood Christian, 46-6. Otaga Academy defeats Verbena, 21-6. It was Marion County over Lynn, 42-34. South Lamar over Pickens County, 42-37. Fayetteville over Victory Christian, 30-12. And Shoals Christian defeats Cherokee, 48-26. Scores on the 4 is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Our Game of the Week segment is coming up.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. Outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies, no matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast Catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
It's time now for This Week in the AHSAA, a weekly look at news and notes around Alabama high school athletics. East Lawrence High School's football program has been fined and placed on probation for playing an ineligible player in violation of the AHSAA transfer rule. As a result, East Lawrence's football program must forfeit all games won that the ineligible student-athlete participated in. Therefore, East Lawrence must forfeit its non-region win over Lawrence County and its region win over West Limestone. The ineligible player was assessed restitution for the contest he participated in while ineligible. Vestavia Hills High School senior quarterback Julia Rose had another amazing week in girls flag football as she led the Rebels to 4 wins, including a hard-fought 21-18 victory over Spain Park Monday night for Vestavia's 18th win in a row. On the season, she's completing 62.5% of her passes for 4,964 yards. That ranks 4th nationally, and has thrown 82 touchdown passes. That total ties the state record set by Central Phoenix City's Garrett Griggs last season en route to Central's 6A, 7A championship and USA Today national championship. And Plainview head coach Dale Pruitt, currently in his 3rd tenure at his alma mater, saw his Bears defeat Madison County 41-21 last week to improve to 4-0 in Class 4A Region 8. The victory was the 325th win of his head coaching career, which includes 39 years in the AHSAA and 5 years coaching out of state. This year's 6-0 start is the best since Pruitt led the Bears to a 13-0 start in 1999 before losing in the Class 3A semifinals to Lincoln. Pruitt's 3 tenures at Plainview have produced a 232-112 record. With head coaching stops at Albertville, Fort Payne, and Pisgah, his overall record in the AHSAA is 293-147. Counting his out-of-state wins, he now owns a 325-170 overall coaching mark. That's this week in the AHSAA, a weekly look at news and notes around Alabama high school athletics on the AHSAA Radio Network. Welcome in to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you as we roll through this 11 o'clock hour tonight, and we have arrived at time, Andy, for our Russell Dewitt Center's Game of the Week. Russell Dewitt Center's 9 locations around central Alabama. For all you do-it-yourselfers, they're going to have everything you need from lumber to expert advice even. You know, you want to get something done, Russell Dewitt Center's. That's the place to start. All right, I'm going to give you 2 this week to choose from. One, because I thought this was a really interesting game. New 4A number 1 St. Michael's, fresh off of the huge road win against Jackson, is home this week playing a pretty good Mobile Christian team. Could not keep Mobile Christian out of the end zone. Just basically had to outscore them in the second half. They do wind up holding on 46-37, late score to make it a 2-score game.
Right.
Because there were quite a few times that we get down to 3 or 2, and they stretch it back out, and then 3 or 2, and they stretch it back out. But Gunnar Rivers continues to get the job done at quarterback. Your other option for Game of the Week is in the 7A classification, and arguably the biggest upset of the night as the Prattville Lions welcome in Hewitt-Trussville. Just a couple of weeks ago, the number 1 team in 7A. Yeah. Prattville with the big win. Bobby Carr comes into Prattville and gets the 24-21 win over Hewitt-Trussville in his first season. That actually puts Prattville now in it's some kind of like 4-way tie at 3-2 in that region. So big win for the Prattville Lions in a program that's been kind of in a rebuilding mode.
Yeah, I'm going to lean toward Prattville because I believe that's what they call a signature win. When you're trying to turn a program around, that's the one you look at and go, okay, we're on the right track. We get a few more little things here and there, we're back in business.
Could potentially see one of those tomorrow night.
And this is
potentially.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Prattville with a big 24-21 win over Hewitt-Trussville. That's our Russell Dewitt Center Game of the Week. And again, Russell Dewitt Centers with 9 locations throughout central Alabama to help you with all your do-it-yourself projects. They are the people that you need to go to get that done. Drew DeArmond from 97.7 The Zone is going to join us shortly, talk a little recruiting. He had a chance to get a look at one of the top 10 recruits in the state of Alabama last night. Want to get his bird's eye view on that. So that's coming up for you. Right now, though, it is time to get back into the scores. We call it Scores on the Fours, and it's brought to you all season long by the Alabama National Guard. We're so proud to have the Alabama National Guard as one of our sponsors this year. Thank you, men and ladies, for your service and for your sponsorship. Andy, take us back through the 7A top 10.
Number 1, Central Phoenix City, 58. Number 7, Carver Montgomery, 36. Number 2, Thompson defeats Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, 56-10. Number 3, Mary Montgomery over Fairhope, 28-21. Number 4, Hewitt-Trussville falls tonight to Prattville, 24-21. Number 5, Opelika falls tonight to Enterprise 42-20. Number 6, Vestavia Hills over Oak Mountain 41-0. That one on Thursday. Number 7, Carver Montgomery. We mentioned that one, Central Phoenix City. Number 8, Auburn beats Smith Station 38-0. Number 9, Daphne defeats Alma Bryant 39-0. And number 10, Hoover over Tuscaloosa County 51-7.
In the 6A classification, it was number 1, Clay Chalkville, all over Huffman, 56-6, the final there. Number 2, Saraland over St. Paul's, 42-10, the final. Number 3, Muscle Shoals, 34-15 win over Jasper. Number 4, Hartselle, 28-14 on the road at Athens. Number 5, Parker, big win over Minor tonight, 70-20. Number 6, Benjamin Russell had the week off. Number 7, Russell County had the week off. Number 8, Pike Road, 37-0 win over Stanhope Elmore. Number 9, Spain Park goes on the road to Chelsea and gets the win 44-7. And number 10, Homewood had the week off. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we'll talk recruiting. Drew DeArmond, 97.7 The Zone up in Huntsville, joins us next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And AHSAA Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the AHSAA Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from AHSAA Honda in Sylacauga.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. As we get to the bottom of this hour and talk to our buddy Drew DeArmond, the host of Talking Ball, 97.7 The Zone in Huntsville. And he does our recruiting segment with us every week. And Drew, let's start with last night, because I believe you got to cover what Rivals says is the number 7 player in the state of Alabama this year, and that's Hezekiah Harris of Jemison, Tennessee commit, a 4-star, 6'5", 230-pound edge. How'd he look in person?
Well, he definitely passes the look test. It's good to be with you, JJ. I tell you what, he's got the length that you look for. He's every bit of 6'4", nearly 6'5". Very long arms, nice frame. He's going to have to put on weight, but he and his defense really stood on their heads last night. They trailed Decatur 7-0 at halftime, and this was a 6A Region 8, 6A Region 7 matchup, non-region, but they trailed 7-0. And then they came back, pitched a shutout in the second half. Their offense put together a couple drives, and they were able to win 12-7. But the defensive line, led by Hezekiah Harris and his running mates, really controlled it. They were able to run the football, mixed in some short control passing with Jackson Burroughs, and they were able to get it done. And they've now won 4 of their last 6. Hazmay Jemison, they started 0-2. They're 4-4. And now it piggybacks off of where I was tonight. I was at Buckhorn. Buckhorn got a very big 6A Region 8 win over Southside Gadsden. And Southside Gadsden, of course, has got Miles Holcomb back, who was their head coach for the previous. He was there for 3 years, left to go to Tuscaloosa County a year ago, and then came back. And so that's a huge game for Buckhorn to win. Now they have it set up for themselves. They face this May Jemison team next week at Tommy Ledbetter Stadium in Newmarket, and the winner is probably going to be the 3 seed in that region, very likely. So Buckhorn's, right now they're 4-2 on the season. May Jemison, as I said, has won 4 of their last 6. I believe they're 4-3 or 4-3 overall right now, and so they've put themselves in a strong spot. And so May Jemison, 4-4, I believe May Jemison is. Pardon me, but May Jemison's playing good football. So is Buckhorn, and it's going to really be a battle of the lines of scrimmage, because Buckhorn has a very talented sophomore class led by Cortez Carr, their middle linebacker. He's probably going to end up being an edge player when it's all said and done. He's 6'1", 235. He plays the middle for them right now, though, and he's kind of their bell cow and their leader. They moved him to middle linebacker as a 9th grader, and their defense started performing better. And so that's going to be a really interesting battle with two of the one of the top seniors in the state next year in Hezekiah Harris, and then, of course, just a sophomore, but a really, really good player, Cortez Carr, who's already got a verbal offer from Michigan.
As you watch like a sophomore and you start, when the offers start coming in on sophomores, and we know how college coaches are because you see it a lot. We saw it with a kid at Muscle Shoals last year. He goes to a camp at Georgia. Kirby makes him an offer. Next thing you know, everybody's got an offer for you, right?
Right.
So
yeah,
that's the way it kind of works sometimes. They follow each other.
Yeah, they really do. And then then Muscle Shoals tonight in my area, they got a big win over Jasper. That was a battle of unbeatens. Their defense has really been lights out all year, and led by Maury Johnson, who's committed to Alabama. Obviously, they got tested a little bit by that Jasper squad, but don't forget, in a couple weeks, they're going to face Hartselle. That'll probably be a battle of unbeatens. That's going to be 2 top 5 teams in 6A, and that'll be at J.P. Kane Stadium over in Hartselle. That will very likely decide that region. Both those teams are really, really good and both very capable of making deep playoff runs. And then I got to give a shout-out to, it's not so much about recruiting, but it's about a guy that's toiled for 20 years but done a great job, George Redding Jr. at Fairview. They got a huge win tonight over at Priceville. They're unbeaten. They got a chance to have an unbeaten regular season, and the Fairview Aggies have quietly built one of the more consistent programs in 5A in North Alabama. I've had a chance to watch them the last couple of years, not this year per se, but I got to give a shout-out to Coach Redding. I think this is his 20th year at Fairview, and he's built a very consistent program with a lot of hard blue-collar football players. And, Seth Parker, son of Robbie Parker, is a good young coach at Priceville. Priceville's had a lot of success the last decade, and he's done a great job. Going into tonight, their only loss was an 8-7 one-point defeat to West Morgan, and we all know what Drew Phillips has done. He's got the longest regular season winning streak in the AHSAA right now.
Drew DeArmond, host of Talking Ball 97.7 The Zone. Thank you so much for the time. Let's get the scores on the fours. It's brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Andy, 5A top 10.
Number 1, Viger defeats Faith Academy 47-0. Number 2, Williamson over UMS Wright 40-10. Number 3, Moody defeats Leeds 25-22. Number 4, Fairview over number 10, Priceville 28-9. Number 5, Gunnersville falls to Scottsboro 31-13. Number 6, Central Clay over Holtville 42-0. Number 7, Northside defeats Jemison 49-25. Number 8, St. Clair County over Springville 42-21. Number 9, Corner over Hayden 56-20. And that'll wrap it up.
And 4A top 10, number 1, St. Michael, 46-37 over Mobile Christian. Number 2, Jackson, 41-0 over Orange Beach Thursday. Number 3, West Morgan, 59-7. That was not a final, but it was late in that game over Danville. But we think that was final. Number 4, Anniston, 48-7 over Etowah. Number 5, Good Hope with a 28-21 loss to number 10, Hamilton. Number 6, Madison Academy, 33-10 over New Hope on Thursday. It was number 7, Cherokee 24, Hopes Bluff 10. Number 8, Plainview 35-24 over North Jackson. Number 9, Deschler 27-13 over Brooks. Our Spotlight interview is coming up next. It's a good one. Stay with us.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
When driving, click the seatbelt, not the like button. Mom is right. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. When driving, wear a seatbelt, not a filter. What? Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north, and in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges, Alabama's largest training network.
And it's time now for our Spotlight segment. It's brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. And we're welcoming in now Tara Osborne, Assistant Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Tara, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Now,
You're assistant director. There are specific sports you deal with. I'm just going to let you tell us. You kind of introduce us to your job. What is it that you do with the association?
Sure, yes. So my primary sports that I cover are flag football, swim and dive, cheer, and soccer. And then my secondary sports are basketball, softball, and volleyball.
And I want to talk kind of specifically because it's something that I think over the last couple of years has sort of hit me in the face and has become kind of a big topic, and that is the growth in popularity of the flag football that has gone on. And we saw Central Phoenix City with the USA Today National Championship last year. We're seeing record-breaking performances again this year across the sport, and the sport seems to have grown so much, not only in popularity of the girls that play it, but popularity of the fans that follow it.
Yes, sir. It is definitely it is the fastest growing sport in the United States. For Alabama alone, we were at 109 teams last year. And this year, even though teams who decided to declare a team for this year, they are ineligible for championship play because of it being in the middle of the classification. So we had 23 who were out there playing this year to, kind of get their feet wet and, just play in the game and are loving it. And so, we're sitting at 132 teams. Me personally, I fully expect that we will be over 150. And, I mean, it is so much fun. If you've never gone out and watched the game, I encourage you to go out because it's a lot of fun. And these ladies, they work hard. It's very cool to watch their coaches trying to, come up with their schemes and things like that. But it is becoming, not only is it, growing bigger, but it is so competitive.
I think it only makes sense that it would grow in such popularity, especially here in a place like Alabama where football is so popular to begin with. And this is just a way for more people who maybe not would have competed in traditional football to be able to participate in football. It's just another way to experience the game that, we all love down here.
Yes, yeah, because like you said, we're in Alabama, but we love football. For me, being a female, I would have myself been all over this because I love football. That's one of my most favorite things to do every Saturday. I get up, turn on game day, and, I make little football finger foods and all of that. And I love it. And it just gives all of our females another opportunity to kind of find their place, because not everyone is a basketball, volleyball, softball player. Sure. But man, they can go into flag football and use their gift that they've been given and kind of find a place, to fit in where they may not have fit in on the others. Kind of like swim. Swim is a great sport for others who may not enjoy the other sport, but it is really it is so exciting. And I've heard some of the girls of, hey, now I know why my brother who plays football, when he was talking about we ran this route or we're doing this, I understand it now, Sure. So that was really cool for me to hear a couple of girls when we were down at the Dothan tournament that was put on by the Atlanta Falcons. NFL flag, of course, has been the main one of the big reasons this has taken off. They are huge in the support of flag football.
Assistant Director Tara Osborne's with us with the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Thank you so much for the time and letting us learn a little bit about the growth of these sports here in Alabama. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
That's Tara Osborne. Our Spotlight interview is brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, and thank you again to Tara for the time spent with us. She really works hard. She had to deal with some
and it's time now for our Spotlight.
Like people getting kicked out of games and that kind of thing. That's part of what she has to deal with in her job. So we had to keep moving the interview. But we finally got it done. Let's get back into Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Andy, take us back through the 3A Top 10.
Number 1, Mars Hill Bible over Elkmont, 56-10. 7. Number 2, Piedmont defeats J.B. Pennington 51-0. Number 3, Gordo 14. That's, I guess, 19. I'm sorry, falling to Vinemont 22-19. That's a bit of a surprise there. So Gordo, their first loss of the year. Number 4, Fife over Whitesburg Christian 62-21. Number 5, Southside Selma defeats Sumter Central 66-0. Number 6, Geraldine over Brindley Mountain 63-0. Number 7, Cottage Hill falls to number 8, Bayside Academy 25-7. Number 9, Montgomery Academy over Slocum 52-0. And number 10, T.R. Miller over Excel 21-14.
In 2A, number 1, Luverne defeats Highland Home 61-13. It was number 2, Coosa Christian over Cold Springs 41-8. Number 3, Ayrton defeats Cottonwood in a great game there 28-27. Number 4, Tuscaloosa Academy over Lamar County 42-20. Number 5, Reeltown 48, Lafayette 0. Number 6, Pisgah 38, Cedar Bluff 13. Number 7, Pleasant Valley 42-8 over Gaston. Number 8, North Sand Mountain defeats Section 57-7. Number 9, Lynette beats Central Coosa 63-0. And number 10, Vincent over Aliceville 27-0. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We'll come back with one final segment and peek ahead to Saturday. That's up next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is excited to participate in our annual Catch Me in Pink campaign, raising money for cutting-edge breast cancer research. We partnered locally with the Joy to Life Foundation and Vera Bradley to help raise significant funds in support of the cause. Each week, we are giving away prizes locally in addition to our national grand prize, a tropical trip for 2. To enter, simply snap an USSI of you and a pink-clad Dixie employee and enter it on our website. Dixie will donate money for every photo that's submitted, and you will be entered to win big.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For high school sports in the state of Alabama, nobody has it covered like the AHSAA Radio Network.
On at the 25-yard line, what a catch.
Live play-by-play coverage, the latest news, and expert analysis from our team of broadcasters.
State championship games here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We've navigated
Once he got into the secondary, there's nobody back there. They're all bunched up right inside the tackle box.
Need a first down here just to get the defense rest. They don't necessarily have to have points.
The football and basketball state championships, all-star games, the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, and more available in one place. The AHSAA Radio Network.
Running the defense inside the 15-10-5, and the Mustangs are on the board.
That is a touchdown.
To the touchdown, and that is so
For live and archived streaming audio and video, information on where to hear the AHSAA Radio Network or how to acquire coverage in your market, visit AHSAARadionetwork.com. Nobody covers Alabama high school sports like we do.
The 6A state championship.
This is the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Andy with you for one final segment tonight. All right, Andy, 3 games. Let's talk about them.
All right.
11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Alabama, fresh off of back-to-back wins over Georgia and Vandy, goes on the road to unbeaten Missouri. Missouri, or Alabama, I should say, is currently sitting as a 3-point favorite in that game.
3 points.
3 points. What do you think?
Field goal. I think Missouri is a very physical team. I think they run the ball extremely well. I think that gives them an opportunity to maybe move the ball against Alabama, against that defense. But, Alabama's offense is playing so well right now. I expect it to be a good game. I expect it to go kind of back and forth. But in the end, I think Alabama wins it, 34-27.
Is this Alabama team better than last year's?
Yes, I think so, maybe.
Is Missouri's better than last year's?
I believe maybe so.
The score last year was 34-0.
It is just true.
And I do think Missouri's better than last year.
Yeah.
I love Ahmad Hardy. I think Perbula's playing great. I think Alabama will win, but I don't think it's going to be by a field goal. I think 7-14, somewhere in there. All right, second game. Let's go to 2:30. Oklahoma and Texas, the Red River rivalry at the Dallas State Fair. Everything happening there.
I think I saw the QB got bumped up to probable.
It looks like he's probable, but that's coming off a procedure on his thumb. Is he going to be healthy?
Can he throw?
I did notice that the line, it opened with Texas as a 2.5-point favorite. Right now, Oklahoma's a 1-point favorite on that news that Mateer
money has gone to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked Oklahoma in this game. I think their defense will get to, because Texas's offensive line's not very good. I think they will harass Manning all game long, and I think he throws a couple picks, and Oklahoma takes advantage of it.
I think that really, I'm with you. Difference in the game is that defensive line at Oklahoma. And Texas has a good defense too, but nobody's playing like Oklahoma right now on the defensive side of the ball, except Ohio State. That's probably the only one. And then, of course, 6:30 tomorrow night. So we're at the point now where a reporter asked Hugh Freeze at his press conference, are you coaching for your job? Do you have to beat a top 5 team to save your job? I don't think he's coaching for his job in this game. But what do you think about Auburn, Georgia?
I think Georgia's 17-3 in the last 20 years. And there's a reason for that. It's because they've been better than Auburn for a lot of those, but a lot of those they haven't. There were several of those games that Auburn could have won, and they just didn't play well. So whatever it is, Auburn has got to prove that they can beat a team like Georgia, and they hadn't done that since 2017. So it's been a while.
I would tend to agree with you on that, and as I told you the other day, I don't think Georgia's going to allow Auburn to run the ball for any significant amount of yardage on them. And I don't think they believe that Hugh Freeze will stick with the run, even if it's getting a couple of yards. I think they will do everything they can to force the pull on that RPO and make Jackson Arnold beat them. And I have yet to see Jackson Arnold look like a quarterback who can beat you at Oklahoma or at Auburn.
That's fair to say.
If you take away the run. So like I said, got to prove it. You know,
I had 24-20 Georgia.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same range. I'm at 27-20, 27-21, something like that. All right, let's get to one final scores on the fours. It's brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Andy, back through 1A.
Number 1 Wadley defeats Lee Scott Academy 42-7. Number 2 Maplesville all over Billingsley 42-0. Number 3 Leroy over number 8 Southern Choctaw 28-12. Number 4 McKenzie defeats Kinston 52-6. Number 5 Winterboro over Woodland 60-14. Number 6 Hubbartville over Brilliant 60-6. Number 7 Addison defeats Meek 61-22. Number 9 Appalachian over Raglan 34-19. And finally number 10 Hackleburg defeats Phillips 49-6.
Scores on the fours brought to you all year long by the Alabama National Guard. And I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. The Alabama National Guard, Russell Dewitt Center, Southern Union State Community College, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southeastern Land Group, Central Alabama Community College, and the Alabama Community College System. And thanks to you guys for listening and for hanging out with us tonight. We'll do it all again 10 o'clock next Friday night as these region games and region standings get decided. Next Friday, we'll see you then on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Take a knee. Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt? Coke Zero! Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Hey.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Just marking off this area here with cones so we can repair the storm damage.
Why?
So no one gets near the down power lines.
Why?
Because down power lines can be dangerous if you touch them. But it's okay, it's okay. That's what we're here for.
Why?
To keep you safe, so you can, walk Fido there.
Her name is Princess Buttercup.
Buttercup, okay.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north, and in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges, Alabama's largest training network.
Thanks for joining us on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. From the mountains to the Gulf Coast, nobody covers high school football like we do. Presented by the Alabama Community College System, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show from the AHSAA Radio Network.